This season, one of my best goals, let me try and remember, there was a goal that was called by Ashraf Mugume, KCC. Yes, Ashraf Mugume versus Vipers. Oh boy, that was a goal.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wasuzo chose byo chakasubira odi bulonji. Tukwaniriza ku episode yendali ya Game Heroes. My name is Aisha Musa. Nkwebaza go ya subscribinze chokola chamanyi nyonyi ni dala naye atanna subscribing. Please subscribe. The Game Heroes, of course, heroes of the game, different games. You nazo name is Nnyo. We cut across. Today, mwina edavazile mbadde muwulira naye nga abasinga Temuli manyiriva mwani. I have Peter Otai agenda kuba tubuli olugendo lwe ajja atyo kubanga ye ddoboozi lye tuwulira abasinga. Ntera okubeera ku social media nga bakwana naye abasinga tebakumanyi physically. So today we are sitting down with Peter Otai agenda tubuli olugendo lwe yatandika atyo kubanga okutuuka kubanga commentator omupiira tusanyusa okulaba naye osooka kumpaanamu.
Nsanyusa okubeera wano. Olabise bulungi ne ka t-shirt ka KCCA. At least temuli bubi. Nga Man U temuli bubi nga Man U.
Team yalingerera mu basatu abasooka kati tuwoza tetuli bubi.
Yeah, temuli bubi. At least season yes yatambudde bulungi nnyo, but at least olaba waliwo ka team wali mu Europe mu England eyo eri Donza cameraman tatade kosati ya Man U.
Okay, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
How have you been?
Good.
Osoka kumpaanamu kati nga ndi muzanyi kitaaje ndi muzanyi wa tapu kati nsooka ompaanemu awo.
Let me see. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually here today for a glorious meetup with, of course, one of the best when it comes down to hosting. And I would say she's looking very good. Do not mind that she's actually a KCCA fan, but it's a Friday, so we need to give her some bit of flowers. Okay. Yes.
So Peter Otai
Peter Otai banzala mu Kampala, by the way, surprisingly. Banzalira Mulago Hospital. Banzalira Kampala Mulago Hospital, but nakulira Soroti. Okay. Nakulira Soroti ekifo gye bayita Aloet abangi tebagimanyi ne iconic symbol ya Aloet is Teso College. Abamanyi Teso College Aloet Weli, that's where banza when kulira. Banzalira Kampala. Tata yali akola mu Kampala, so banzalira Kampala n'engenda Soroti, then nenkoma kubanga babaddeyo olutalo yabakaramoja ne NRA yo nenkomawo Kampala, so primary school yonna nagisomera wano mu Kampala, from Soroti to Kampala.
So bakuzala ne bakutwala.
Yes.
Your family
yali Soroti. Yes, kubanga mama yali Soroti, tata yali akola mirimu bbiri, yali akola mu management training wane Nakawa, then also yali akolera Soroti, but most of the time yali Kampala. So banzalira Kampala, then bantwala Soroti. Then I came back to Kampala nga nina myaka bbiri zokka.
Okay.
Then the rest is history.
So oli mwana wa family.
Number 5. Family ya mama wange ina abaana batano. Then nina mama mulalo muto ayina mwana omu. So yes, ndi last born wa mama wange.
Oh, I know what.
Watata ndi second last born. Yes.
Me tofana na last born. I was last born, but you see. Okay, kati okusoma.
Nasomera primary nursery school, by the way, agenda mu nursery school gye bayita St Andrews Nursery School. St Andrews eri Bukoto, Church of Uganda. If you know church ya Bukoto kumataala.
Watuka myaka 2 ne bakulete Kampala.
Yes.
So byonna ne bitandikira.
Yes, bitandikira Kampala ngenda ku St Andrews Nursery School. Okay. St Andrews eri Bukoto. Right now tekyaliyo, by the way, but No. Where church where it's a beautiful church. Church nene. Ku mataala ga Bukoto awo nga agenda Ntinda mataala ga Bukoto. Kisaasi Ntinda waliyo church awo St Andrews. Yes, when nasomera nursery school yange. Then primary nagenda ku City Primary School. City Primary School eri Kololo. ne bagikyusa erinnya ne bagiyita Area Primary School era ne bagikyusa erinnya kati bagiyita is it Daffen Line, something like that. Abayindi bakomawo ne batwala somero yaabwe.
You must be a planned kid.
Not planned, not planned. Just by then, Jali somero jaffe, by the way, by then in the 80s, abakulira mu 80s and the rest. Most of the schools were mu Kampala. It was either Buganda Road, Kitente, Area Primary, East Kololo.
Yeah.
Yes, so that was it basically.
So after primary, watandika primary walinamu any idea of sports?
Yes, nali nzanya nnyo mupiira, banaye twali tuzanya mupiira gwa kyalo. Most of the time. Yeah, kubanga that time tetwalina nnyo academies, academies tezaaliyo, so twali tuzanya nnyo just gine mizannyo gya kyalo. Up flats versus down flats, oba flats versus naguru. So that was it. Aba naguru bali bajje waffe ne tusamba kapiira mu kakyalo kafa ku flats. So yes. No, tewali.
After primary.
After primary nagenda mu somero gye bayita Premier High School. Premier High School yali Ntinda. Ntinda ku stage wenyini awo. Those days wali somero satu mu Ntinda nga zero kinga. Waliyo kalina abiri. Waliyo Premier, then came in Ntinda View, then came East High. But by then it was in Premier High School ne kalina abiri that we are rocking the most. So senior 1 to senior 4, Premier High School.
So
senior
even primary to what you was
no,
when you started
I
primary
didn't.
1,
Paka, P1 to P7, City Primary School, Stroke Area Primary School. Then secondary school nengenda ku Premier High School, senior 1 to senior 6. I didn't change.
To senior 4.
No, senior 1 to senior 6. Such hook.
So unokola combination check?
Surprisingly nakola HEG D.
History?
Yeah, history, economics, geography, stroke divinity. That was me. Yes.
So more secondary, how was life? Elevia sports very in your life?
No, it was there. Surprisingly, nayagala nnyo omuzanyo gwe bayita handball. Handball is my passion. It's my number one sport, by the way. Surprisingly, handball is my number one sport. Nazanya nnyo handball, volleyball. Football was my third.
Okay.
Football was my third, but I loved being in the football pitch and watching the game. Though my main passion yali handball and volleyball.
So
that's
you
my passion.
Play handball?
Yes, I used to play handball for the school team. Nakura kati. No. Handball is a physical game. Eri pacey, very fast. Katora fetwakula kate omutima tegukyali mulungi nnyo nga gwe.
When by then waliwo ebibina.
Yeah, yes.
Like federations.
Yes, Uganda Handball Federation is there. Yes. Okay. I remember my first game mu handball yali somewhere here in Mengo, Old Kampala. That's where I actually played my first competitive game. There was a novice that was in Old Kampala. That's where I actually played my first game. Nalimu senior 3, surprisingly. And in that my first game, nafuna mo red card. Yes, on my debut.
Mujebali.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, so after senior 6?
Senior 6 nagenda Chambogo University. Yes, nagenda Chambogo University. I passed. Nafuna points 16.
Out of 25.
Yeah, mfuna 16. So that's it. So I went to Chambogo, where I did my first degree in management science. Management science. When I married is actually in my surprise funny story. My first year of Chambogo, I was the first student to be suspended in university.
By the before suspension, wagenda choyagala.
Nali njagala nnyo. No. When I was growing up, nali njagala nnyo kubeera mu radio and TV. That was my dream. I even told my father my dream was to be on radio and TV, but Muzei yagana. And Muzei, since Muzei nga yasasula Sente, so who can you? Who am I? Okugana. Munange, those are your parents. It was a very, very hard one. And I'm a boy. No, I'm a boy. Mugana, you tell you tula. Yes. So I accepted Nengenda Chambogo University, did my first degree. Yes, yali ajagala management science. Yali ajagala nnyo. So again, initially na applying a UCC for law, and it came. They gave me.
Yali okay nacho?
Yeah, he was okay with it. But later on, yatula wansi na weighing Sente as a university. Yeah. Chambogo versus UCU. I think UCU by then got tusasura million nga bidi hawo. Chambogo was about 500,000. Mzee nagamba izo Sente sizina genda wali ngende Chambogo. So I went to Chambogo and for a degree. Yeah, I was suspended in first year. Kavuyo kamupira no. It was kavuyo kamupira.
Handball.
Yes, nga handball vuddeyo. mupiira the love for football came back a lot nga ndi mu university. University nali mu hall gye bayita Apollo Kagwa. It was a subsidiary of PAL B. Kwanga mu PAL B waliyo halls PAL B, PAL Kulubya. So I was in PAL B, wali Apollo Kagwa inside there. So I was playing for PAL B, but I was in goalkeeping.
So you wazanya handball paka senior 6 nobireka?
Handball nazanya paka senior 4 nembireka. But I'm still passionate. Okay, I'm still passionate about handball, yes.
So from senior 5 to senior 6?
That's the problem. Because senior 5, senior 6, there was no match you could play. I said, now let me concentrate on mupira and making noise. No, for handball only novices.
No, mupira.
Mupira they were there, but I didn't have the time. I didn't have the actual skill kuzanyirachi esomero. That's one of the things that pulled me out. Kubanga, it was always the usual suspects, you know. And by then, it's not like now whereby at least yes. But before, somero nerigana nifuna bachuba katmwe ababa deba training Nnyo, they would take a side, they would take over bachuba. So that a lot hurt us, including me. To hell with football.
So you started football?
Football came back. The love for football came back in university, but university only first year. First year, and I decided to also leave it. So I decided to go back because they say what also you can still support the game. Yeah. So I went to give more support. Goalkeeping. Goalkeeping is my favorite position. Pakakati. Call me. I'm a goalkeeper. Na defense ino kubanga nunji.
Okay. So ompira ogutadde ogambe nedda.
Yes.
Wachi waguvako?
Like what I told you. Yes, I was talented. No. Most of my friends can testify to that. Okay. Now, I did talented. No, if I'm not in goal, I'm striking. That's it. That was my positions. But preferably, nali njagala nnyo kubeera goalkeeper. My brother, Eriso Emmanuel, yali nnyo good goalkeeper. I remember at one time he was number 2 to Onyango. Okay. Yes, so and Postnet Omoni. So my brother was a very good goalkeeper. So I wanted to kubeera mu footsteps ze nga goalkeeper, but unfortunately amenyeka okugulu and naye nakireka.
So kusikonzeko byokoze?
Yes.
Step in the first omusambi?
Yes. Amulabi and a lover of the game.
Second year?
Second year. That is nga nkomyewo ku suspension vudde ku ewaka nkomyewo ku suspension.
Why were you suspended? Dalu?
Kavuyo nagamye kavuyo ka mupiira. So if I have a lot of scars, mupiira gwandetera bintu bingi inclusive of okunkoba ku university, the first student to be suspended from Chambogo University because of kavuyo ka mupiira.
Okay, kati okomyo after suspension.
Yes.
Second or reforming.
Ngan reforming.
When you went back home, got suspended. What did?
No, my father actually was okay. Because bali bamugamba datino mwana wo kyakola simwangu kyakola mu university eyo nga buli muntu amanyi ku university. Then when I was suspended, Tata nagamba, I knew it would happen. So tewali buzibu tula. What do I do? Oli musajja mukulu so akukuba. Tula.
No tula.
Yes, ne ntula. Yes, I served, but also nga nchali waka nina uncle wange yali alina duka awo nga ku Duster Street Nakasero. Gatunda zi spares za radio. Speakers, radio. Nemukubira simu nemugamba anko so akutula wakafu one whole year. Nangamba jangu kuduka. Nengenda kuduka nentandika okusavinga mu duka awo.
So you were suspended for a full year?
Yes, a full year. Yeah, full year.
No, die second year.
Second year nenzirayo. Reformed.
So mpira ngokuvirako dala? By
then, yes, naguvaako nengenda ku business. Yes, because now I was in business. Nali nakasero all the time. Tutunda spare, tutunda sound systems. Yeah, that's it.
After nomala third year nga tochali mupira?
Yes, nomala third year nga sichali mupira. Then the love for the game came back later. Waliyo musajja yali akolera radio Simba nga bamuyita Paul Chiwa Katna, muogozi wa mpira, sports analyst and that. Nansanga enakasero nangamba tuli mukugulawo radio mpya naye radio ya sport ngeri gyoyagala nnyo omupiira and sport mbadde nkusaba jangu tukole fena.
So before going there wamala university
nebakutikira? Yes.
Wakole ekyo kye wasoma?
Yeah, I did well. I can't lie you kubanga nali ndi bubi mu first year results zange zaali bubi nnyo nga ndi average student then nonza suspension yankomyawo mu nsi. I have to concentrate. I concentrated and I graduated with a second upper in management science. Yes.
So wafuna omulimu gwa kiwasoma?
No.
What happened?
Emirimu manyi Uganda, emirimu ezo kyegiriyo. So when amala university nenzirayo ku street nakasirawo okutunda sipeya ne speakers awo nensanga Paul Chiwakatna nangamba jangu. Nangamba jangu tukole. Yes, that's where I started from.
You started with the radio?
Radio, yes.
How is it going on air? Kuba when ngova kusomero.
Yes.
Okugenda kumpewo chiba kizibu.
Very true, very true. I am very lucky, I normally say, in my line air radio. Kubanga we batuyitawo ku UBC. Twasanga ba likes of Bale Francis. Baliwo. Waliyo mukazi gwe bayita Doreen Daisy, Florence Bonabana, abo bonna batukwatako. Because fetwali fresh. Yes, fetwali fresh nga twakava muki. Musomero. So ate twali bato. By then UBC nga ejjudde abantu abakulu. So we were the first young blood okuyingira omwo. So they take up Bali for about a month nga tuli mu training. Then after 1 month tugenda kumpewo. No, it was still trial. I was for trials for about 6 months.
Radio.
Yes, radio 6 months. Na passion eya radio, passion eya sport is the one eya mvuga bulunyo to continue.
Uganda.
Yes.
So after what do you know? No Somayo?
Yes. No, when after that I said I need to go back for sport. And again I encola a postgraduate diploma in physical education and sports, Chambugo University. Yeah, that's a 1-year course.
So you didn't go for journalism?
No, I didn't go for journalism. I wanted to just follow the footstep of sport.
So after 1 month?
Yes. Never mpa.
How was experience? Yeah,
it is true. Let me tell you one thing. It is there. One thing is, ogenda no tambula no sanga iconi wo gali maso go what.
Yeah.
Gayogera nawe, you get lost. Because by then Bale Francis, you know Bale Francis. And he's there in front of you. He's talking to you. You're just looking at him both.
Yeah.
So most of us, most of us were just confused and amazed that Bale Francis would. You were like, even, I'm dreaming. Then at the end of the day, so going on air, like you said, the first days were very tricky. Naye the most important thing emikwano inokuba nemikwano emirungi because emikwano are the ones who tune into your radio, then after they will tell you leero wakoze bulungi naye wali wakoze bubi, so soko sotingeko wano. But if you have some friends abaku criticizing you nanga oli mufo, yes, that is it. That is it.
So that's wamala no vibe.
No, Nchario. I'm still at Magic 100 FM. Yes. Simalaga Vava. That is me. From primary school, secondary school, university. Simalaga jumping. Yes, I'm more of like a one thing guy. But you how many years? 12, more than 12 by the way. Yes, at UBC.
How is it?
It's good.
12 years.
Yes, at UBC. Yeah, most people know me for being on UBC. Most people hear me on the league with Fofa and Star Times and Azam, but of course, home Ewaka UBC. Commentary, like I told you, waliyo omusajja bamuyita Paul Chiwakata. Muja kunsonyiwa Luganda lwange si lulungi nnyo. Temuseka. Waliyo omusajja bamuyita Paul Chiwakatna. Atandika radio ya Magic 100 FM eyo. Peter, and is the one who taught me the skills of commentary. Yanjigiriza commentary.
Were you interested?
Yes, I was. I was so much in commentary, so much.
Actually,
that is it. By the way. But at the end of the day, it's passion. Yes, because even you here, you're passionate about programming.
Yeah.
That's why you called me. But if you didn't have the passion, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is passion, no kwagala.
So you had the passion.
Yes, I had the passion and love for it. I spent about 6 months ngasifuna kasente. But ngandiku radio every day. kumachanga nkula morning show. I even don't know Katonda cheka netata ne muganda nga bampa. Yes. Yes, it happens. When you go to a radio bar for internship or what, they spend some time ngateba kuwa. By then transport waffe yali nungi. Okuva Kireka paka mu town yali siringi 5 kumacha. 5 mu taxi. And I used to do a morning show. Ngetandika sawa 12 kumacha. So it means that by sawa 10 wa 10 kitundu oli mu taxi. So then going back home gosasula 10.
After 6 months?
After 6 months, then nebatwa more interviews. Then nebatwa at least half salary. Then ebidala bidi history until now.
No, tandikira.
Yes, yes.
Also 12 years.
12 years at UBC. Yeah.
How has been the journey?
Journey has been good, I have to say. Thank God. The journey has actually been very good because from a volunteer, right now I am a supervisor. Our radio is called Magic 100 FM. I am the manager of the radio. So I can say the journey has been good. Yeah. It's a process. Process by process.
The challenges?
Yes. Challenges are many. Especially challenges are very many. First of all, manye okola fast without pay. That's a very big challenging factor. You're spending jukira. Then also another challenge is wali abantu that don't believe in you. Nakola ko radio show. Omukubi wa simu nakuba namvuma. I can never forget. Ate surprising oyo guy yamvuma. Yaja later on tukola na ye show yem. Yes, that's how God does his things. Musajja yamvuma. Mutegero. Voice. Voice. There are some things you cannot forget. Omuntu who abuses you and whatever's
someone who puts you down.
Yes, you can never forget. You can never forget. You can never forget the person who caught your hand and said Jangu Mulimugun. You can't. Yeah. You can't forget a person who does you good and a person who does you bad. Yeah. You can never forget.
So you can move yakuvubana jana mhosting.
Nemhosting ane tubera babadde. Paka kati tuli babadde. Namujukiza nimugamba naye gwegwe sokolindeko. Si yegwe yanvuma kule. Ngamba mani wali oyogera bifu. But it was a wake up call. It was a wake up call. Yes, very true. Okay,
so 12 years atojotya okuyingira olugenda atola commentary wa TV
commentary omuntu yanyingiza mu TV commentary yali the late Opoka James Opoka simanyi bomanyi James Opoka yali sports presenter football commentator ne Andrew Luwandaga by then at UBC bali bakola bombi. There was a program called Sports Desk ku UBC ku UTV. He was among the people there. So Opoko oyo yanjigiriza mainly TV commentary. There is a game that was played in Nachiwo. Yali my first game, TV commentary. No, to commentate. To commentate Brazil legends versus Uganda legends. Yali Nachiwo one. Brazil legends versus Uganda legends. That was my first game to commentate. The problem I had to be on TV at the same time and radio at the same time. So nadina kasimu kange wano for radio, then microphone ya TV. Okay. And I tell you, commentary radio is fast. Yeah. It's very, very fast.
Oh,
yes, because omuntu tali mukulaba. So you have to put you have to imagine. Yeah. They have to imagine. You know, onagambia ali wano katali wano, agitade wano. So radio is fast. That's radio. But TV abantu balaba. So you don't make a lot of noise. You have to be calm. That's why Omogozi wa TV is different. On TV, I can take a break for about 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Because they are seeing what's going on. Yeah. But radio, no one is seeing. Aliku radio water ulidiza. So you have to pump. Yeah. So that's it. So Opoka, by then, all the time would come and tell me, "Kwe, slow down. Olimukuduka." Kana. Ndibu bibiri what? Yarita manyi. So he would come always and tell me, calm down. So that's how I learned slowly. You know, radio and TV are totally different.
So onyikizoja ichicha TV. And do you know the
yeah, sometimes I'm on TV, sometimes on radio. So I can do both. Yes, but mainly ndiku TV. Okay. Yes.
So gumizoto kamanti zigumide
on TV. Yeah, because Olaba the number of games zokola kubanga mbadde ku TV I think for a very long time. I've been on TV for a long time, so nkoze games nyingi in Uganda and outside Uganda. So right now, yes, nonza ngumidde nnyo, yes, ngumidde nnyo, yes, ku TV, and I think that's where it is right now.
Abantu abasinga bayithe bakumanyire ku TV.
Yes, very true. Bamanyire ku TV.
So first time you Georgia mu UPL by the way.
UPL nayingira mu UPL with Azam.
Oh.
Yes, with Azam. By then, Azam. Yes. But by then, Azam, bosi wa Azam yali alaba mupiira gwa Ghana versus Uganda, if you remember very well.
So wait, soccer outside?
No, before I was on UBC, nga nkola commentary za UBC TV. So Ghana versus Uganda yali ku UBC TV nga ndi commentator.
Okay.
Ghana versus Uganda. So game eyo, I think that goal was... No, it was either an AFCON qualifier. Savio Kabogo is the one who scored that goal.
Okay.
Golo ya Savio Kabogo. It was me who was commentating. Yes, Savio Kabogo is the one who scored that goal. So, babosi ba Azam babade balaba mupira ogo. Nga, they already know that they are coming to Uganda mu league, sponsoring a league, but they needed a commentator. So when they watched that game, they listened to me and were like, oyonga mulungi tumwagala. So after that game, nagamba sija agenda out. Because wawangulemu 0.
Yeah.
People were excited. So I said no, sija agenda out. Kangende waka and I just sleep. So nali waka nga ntudde simu nevuga. Waliyo guy okusimu nga manyi, sorry to say this. Waliyo engeri banyankole bayogeramu oluzungu. It's a little bit heavy and you can think omusajja kuvuma. Hello, is this Otai? Nensirika. Then is it hello? I said yes, this is Otai. Hey, Otai, very good. We were watching the game. My name is actually younger man Edinya. I've forgotten his. I think it was Asimwe.
Yeah.
Told him I work with Azam. We are coming to Uganda, but I think we can work with you. And I'm like, okay. That was. Then he said, give me your email. Nemua. Okay, we shall contact you.
No, Vilika.
I didn't mind.
So wait, before the Uganda Premier League?
Yes.
Wali okola
radio and TV.
Okola zino games za Uganda versus
yes, that's it. That's it. Okay. So long as it comes on TV, I'll go there. If it's on radio, nange ngenda yo. We used to have interwhat. There was that inter-regional. There was which Kasawa zino twina drum, but before it was inter-regional. Kwali tukola nyo inter-regional zezo by TV? Then on TV with Opoka. I was doing it with the poker a lot. So then also UBC, Uganda versus this Checho.
Okay, so now who contacted?
Yes. Yes. I didn't talk to him a lot. It's after 3 days, again, my email address, I found a message from a gentleman from Tanzania called Yahaya.
Yeah.
He told me, my name is Yahaya from Azam, Tanzania. We feel we want to talk and finish this thing. Can you come to Tanzania? I was like, before
Walito nagendako?
Yeah, very true. I had never flown. Okay. I had never flown. My first flight.
In a passport.
In a passport, but I'd never flown. My first flight was Tanzania, then South Africa. Okay. So I said, can you come to Tanzania? I said, if you're paying, I can come. They said, fine. Yes. They said, fine. So they catered for everything. After 2 days, I saw they had sent me Uganda, Tanzania. We finished everything from there with Azam. Nenkomao, yes. So when I came back, Azam launched. Azam, you're launching, yes, the league in Serena.
Okay.
Then from there is where they introduced me, commentator, with Fiona and the other team that is going to be shooting. So we worked like that, me and Fiona Pinky. No, now I am working, but I'm not working with Fiona. Yes.
No, but you're still working with
with Azam? Yes, I still work with Azam.
So after we
were stopping. Yes, very true. We worked with them for 3.5 years never genda, but still up to now bankubira simu, so I go to Tanzania to do Tanzania Premier League.
So in the 3 years je wamala nabo,
yes,
mupira chigo was seeing
wow,
okola comment and felt like
no, by then let me tell you, we had very many good games, very many good, because it was a new experience. Buri game was different. Okay, one of my best games that I cannot lie was KCCA playing against Onduparaka.
Yeah,
it was crazy. That was the first goal of Alan Okello. oyo mwana oyo gwe mulaba first league goal for Alan Okello.
First league game.
League goal for Alan Okello for KCC. No, it was just a league game, but it was beautiful. The stadium was packed. By then on Duparaka ina vibe. Get jude. Yes, nga KCC jude juzize chisawe. It was a good game. Lugogo, Mike Mutebi, beautiful. It was a very, very good game. I can't forget. One of my best games. Yeah.
So Uganda lwa Mumawulire. By the way, waita wa Mumawulire obogamba toli wa mayo.
No, me, I call myself a football commentator.
You're not a journalist.
I'm a sports journalist. Okay. You see, you may study journalism, but also there is you can be a journalist by the amount of time you've spent in the profession. Though I know you will say wachi oli tasola kweita doctor wanga abadde ali mu dwaliro for a long time nete asoma bya busawo, so he can't call himself a doctor. It's different from journalism. I am a practicing sports journalist, though I did not actually go to school of journalism, but at least I learned the fundamentals as a journalism.
So do you Olina yo hope Uganda
for journalism? Yes, I do. Yeah, I am right now pursuing a master's degree in sports science, Chambogo University. When I finish the sports science, I'm going to go for a postgraduate diploma in journalism. Education never stops.
Okay.
Even at 70 inzo kangene nsomeo kano kanyongereko kano
asepanga lyonna very wansi ojoini those otambude paka kati actually kina kama paka kwa zamu etunagende eno wagulu. By the before kasera kazambi chibichi wagendangako outside countries mu different tournaments.
No. Yes, no. No, it was all domestically one. Yes.
Asokati emyaka jijonna mpaka okwazamu atuna jeno. Challenges chi zolabye mweli ebbanga lyotambudde nogamba ati omuntu agenda okujja mweno must be
prepared
for this.
Challenges nyingi nnyo. There is one thing that I need to remind you that professionally yaffe nga sports journalists oba journalism, there is not so much money. There is not so much money. You don't think one me I'm telling you Sente teziriwo. Mumawulire ne mumupira. People should know. If you're coming to say that ngenda kuja mu professional okugagawala very quickly, you're lying. Genda mu business, genda mu bulimi. Go and dig. Where you will get rich. You have to be patient. With journalism and football, you have to be patient. And you have to actually, get the right people and right friends. Okukwatako. If you go with the wrong people, ojatomera. So one of the biggest challenges to my growth is the element of course, the funding is not there. It's very, very slow. Then also, some people don't believe in you sometimes.
That's where the problem.
That's the biggest problem. People won't be. Not everyone will believe in you, but so long as you believe in yourself,
that
I can do this. I can do. That's the most important thing. Believe in yourself, and let no one put you down. It will take time, but one day, kaja kwatai.
Opening up.
Yes.
So how have you managed? You have to be patient.
Yes.
So more patience.
Yes, very true.
So how have you managed dealing with?
Number one, I'm not a party animal. That is me. I don't party too much. Surprisingly, senior mwenge, senior sigara. You have to actually respect yourself, because there are some things that can actually make you or kill you. I've seen a couple of friends of mine have again astray because of a few things here and there, but later on they reform and are now very, very good. So sometimes as an individual go muntu kwewala some things kanchireke. Let me concentrate on this. Even footballers, that is it. When you go much into bala ne chupa no kunywa sigara no abacha, you won't grow. So sometimes kwewala some things in order to
for your own benefit.
Yes. So I decided
that's why you pick your inspiration.
Yes, very true.
Is it recent?
Yes, I have been up and about. Mapinduzi Cup.
First kundio yalichi?
My first outside of Mapinduzi. Mapinduzi Cup. That is a competition in Zanzibar.
Yeah.
Yes, that was my first. Then no. My first was Sekafa.
Sekafa wa?
Yeah, 2019. Was it 2019? Oh yes, 2000. Kakamega. Because there was Kakamega and there was Kigali. Those are my firsts. So I'm still getting a little bit confused because KCC won. KCC Yawangula when? Because KCC Yawangula Kigali ya Kuba Azam.
Yeah.
That was my first international tournament. Then from there, Nagenda for Sekafa Senior Challenge Cup in Kakamega.
So in first one who
was Sekafa Kagame.
Yeah.
In Kigali, where KCC won the title. Yakuba Azam. Azam. Yes, Azam.
So how was your first experience outside?
It was good, especially being in Kigali. I was in Kigali before, but as a commentator, it was very good because twatambula nnyo e Kigali. Rwanda, twali Kigali. Then we went to Gisenyi. Gisenyi is nga ku border ya Congo, beautiful place also. So twatambula nnyo, it was a very good experience.
So,
yeah.
No,
you're with your friends. You're Olina mikwano Joe. Because we went as a crew from Uganda. So we were good.
It was a bit easy.
Yes, it was very easy.
And the biggest tournament?
My biggest tournament as per now, African Cup of Nations under 17. Yeah? No, under 17, 2019.
How was it?
Beautiful.
Ani scouting, should I say that?
Yeah, the guys of Azam are the ones that scouted me. Initially, they wanted me to do the tournament, but no, CAF had already prepared somebody for that. Then they realized that, hey, wait a moment, we might need another commentator because there are games that are supposed to be at the same time. Okay, so that's when they called me. Nengenda under 17 African Cup of Nations. Yeah, but issues. No. The only problem, what messed us up, I think, was COVID. COVID came in after 2020. After that, having to be agenda once and COVID came in and messed it up. Yes.
So tournaments are where?
Basically, this singer is called day one. The African Cup of Nations ku UBC one. Because UBC has a system where you can sit and commentate bifuluma bulungi nnyo, so no need to travel. So
qualifiers
ebyo byonna one.
So what is your best moment outside the country?
African Cup of Nations under 17. Yes, beautiful.
Why is it so special?
It was special because it was the first time that at least I did something of Africa. Okay, because I worked with Andrew Kabura that day. Kabura, we did all the group stages, semi-finals, quarter-finals. Kabura did the final, I did the losers and also semi-finals. Yes. So
actually, so start times.
Yes. Start times it's because of FUFA TV, because I commented with FUFA TV. So most. No, FUFA know what I could do. So they needed. Yeah, that's it. That's it. If you believe in yourself and you do something very good, people always say, we now cannot do it a guy only. Okay? Yeah. So being a commentator here who has actually been in the league before, so FUFA approached me, Bangamba Jangu, kugata ku timu ya Fijetuina, tukole. Yes. It depends because me, I'm just doing football. I'm commentating. Though you cannot work for UBC and NBS TV at the same time. You can't. It's not allowed. Yeah, those are all two TVs. But I can work for Magic FM, and maybe I can work for NTV TV.
Wait, you work with the? Okay, the TV video.
Yes. No, you can't. You can't. You.
And FUFA.
Yeah, because. UBC in the department here radio. Then on the other side, I am doing commentary because it's only commentary. Commentary is basically the league, and the league is on start times. So it's also FUFA on free to air. So I'm working for the league.
Okay,
so that's the difference. No, I don't work for FUFA TV. No,
no.
For the league.
So
Siri Mukozi was StarTimes because I'm actually working for the production team of FUFA TV. Now FUFA TV is the one that got the contract to shoot the football matches of StarTimes. So I am a commentator of FUFA. But the production house, not StarTimes. No. It's in a contract in StarTimes. No, I don't work on air TV, no. And above that, tawali competing show ku UBC of football commentary. I will be on UBC TV nga waliyo, let's say a game, a national team game, Uganda versus this, I'll go and commentate.
So, yes. Interest, conflict of interest?
It can come. It can come, but of course I have to be where I'm supposed to be. It has happened before when Uganda is playing and the game is on UTV, so on UBC, then I have to be on UBC. Yes.
So, you work for?
I work for UBC.
Mubulambo wonna. Mukatinga tuze StarTimes tuvudde eri mu Azam. Emipira gyonna gy'okozeeko commentary mu Uganda Premier League right now. What was your best goal?
Oh, my best goal in the league this season.
This season
ever. One of my best goals, I can't lie you. You're saying League Yoka over?
League Yoka.
League Yoka. Let me try and remember. There was a goal that was scored by Jackson Nunda. KCC was playing against who? Irugogo, where Jackson Nunda got the ball and dodged everybody, then paused. Na dodging a keeper. He paused the keeper and go and take out. Yeah, it was a very good goal. Jackson Nunda. It was KCC versus Wondu Parakageni. But it was a Jackson Nunda goal.
So that season?
Yeah.
In fact, I wasn't even there. Now, this season.
This season, one of my best goals, let me try and remember. There was a goal that was called by Ashraf Mugume, KCC. Yes, Ashraf Mugume versus Vipers. Oh boy, that was a goal.
Hey,
that was a goal. Yes, that was a goal.
That was the best goal.
Yes.
So ngatumaliriza otambuddeko. You visited in Sente.
Yes.
Olabye ebiriyo. You went to Tanzania. You've seen different.
Yes.
Omupiira ewalala nga yebaguyisa. And what are we not doing right?
Most of the countries went bad day, but to since infrastructure, sports infrastructure, ebisawe and everything. We are lucky, Umurundi guno. I think abantu batandise okuteka some bit of love and money for bisawe, because if you go to Uganda, Njeru, they are doing well there. Fofa is doing well. Kadibayo, Katevuddeyo. Nambole is looking nice. Hoima is coming up. Akibo is coming up. Zidi the individual stadiums investments. Nga Lugazi. You should visit Lugazi and you see what's going on there. That's very, very good. Small, good. KCC Vudeo. So I think Batusinza more of infrastructure. And also, football governance, we are around the same. To Sindika Burunji at the same level, or even maybe we could be better more football governance. But Balinga Tanzania, Sente, but to singa Sente mumupira. They invest a lot of money in the game. A lot of money is invested in the football match. That's why you see clubs in Yanga, clubs in Nga Simba can afford to buy a footballer for about Katugambe $100,000. $50,000. Which club in Uganda right now can buy a player at $50,000? Thank you very much. So it's tricky. If you go to Tanzania, you'll find Aucho is there. The Azizkis, Nabantu Banji are there playing their league of football. That is what they actually Batusinza. Yes, Batusinza a lot.
That's what we are not doing right.
We are not doing a lot in investment in the game, but you can't blame us because Tunono Mpira right now. Yes,
we don't see it
it's not more of like a profession, as we can say. It's more of leisure to zanya buzanyi. So that is it. But if we could only take the game as a profession tutekemu sente mu mupiira, I think we can climb to the level at which they are in right now.
The fans,
oh, they are crazy. Tanzanian fans are very crazy. Genda Tanzania, genda Rwanda, genda Kenya, the fans are very crazy. Mu Uganda twalina ba fans a lot, but I think most of the fans baguvamu mu mupiira, but now they are coming back. I think we need to do too much tulina okola nnyo okomyawo abawagizi mu kisaawe.
So what are we not doing kusaidia aba fans?
Tetulanga bulungi. That's the truth. Tetulanga bulungi. Genda olabe. I watched a game between KCC and Vida recently. While I did the game here, it was disappointing. The fans were not there.
It is a derby.
It's a derby. It is a derby. They didn't know, and it was very, very bad for me. Such games should actually draw very many supporters. Right now, abawagizi abamupiira basinga bali up country. I can tell you the truth. Genda up country olabo emipiira gya Kitara balanga. Yes, webali babaawo balanga nnyo. Balaga ku radio, then bakola drive mu kibuga. People come for the game. When you go to other districts, katugambe West Nile, Paida Black Angels, what, balanga.
And we are big teams already.
Yeah, that's it. I think somehow mutajja kugamba tino club tena budget ya advertisement. Which I think is a little bit bad. We need to remind people tino waliyo mupiira munene ogujja. Waliyo derby gwa Uganda gugo tulange bulungi nnyo social media what.
Do you think the teams have that attachment? Like when you see Chitara, it seems like a community club own it. But what with Jawano, you see teams like, should I say, Police FC?
Yes.
To volume that attachment to the teams.
Really, there are some clubs that don't have the attachment. I normally complain a lot about Police, Maroons, UPDF. In a way that Ochimanyi UPDF was called Simba. And Simba represented Uganda in continental football. Champions League, one of those, you know. So they had a very big base. They had a very big following by then when it was still Simba. But right now, the club has gone down. UPDF has been overtaken by NEC. You know, the supporters NEC have. When you go to a match in Bombo, there are not very many supporters. Why? Maybe the soldiers are still on duty, or the soldiers need to get permission to come and watch the game. So there's no free flow. Clubs like that. Even when you go to the Maroons, it's the same thing. When you go to Police, when you go to Kavumba, it's the same thing. But I think for Police football clubs, Singaba Mala Chisawe Chawe, wano Chibali Kuzimba wano Ebukoto wano Kamo Cha wano Akatakako, which is now nice. I think maybe it will change. The fans may come, but also Mani you're talking about some clubs Manyo mutajagamba nzokwagira police ndekandi kajja kunkwata. So they have that fear. They have that fear, you know.
But is it not based on performance?
It is also based, yes, it is also based on performance, but Jukira, Police is supposed to be a club for everyone since it is police. Because batuyamba mu security law and order. Yes, the same thing is with UPDF. The same thing could be also with the Maroons. But right now, you'll find that people don't have that attachment in the police.
Even the club is not performing.
There are few fans that have actually followed police for a long time. Bamani, they come for the game at Kavumba recreational grounds. I know some of them. You can see that they're trying very much to give. On top of that also, you have some policemen who come to watch the game. The band comes. But the attachment with the outside world,
so they should improve.
They should.
Kulanga.
Yes. They should kulanga, and they should also do more of community service. Yes, club yabwe. Yes. There are some clubs that I know. Olaba Unduparaka weyajja Unduparaka changed everybody's perception about mupira gwa Uganda, because people are like, but when Unduparaka yajja, baleta vibe, a very, very big vibe, in a way that bali bagula jaze gabajja mipira jonna. If it is going to Lugazi nga bagenda Lugazi, you know, you look at the road to Lugazi nga ejjudde green gabantu bawagira. So when they pass omuntu agamba kikiri eyo wambu wali omupiira ani asamba Unduparaka esamba timu yaffe anafi ngange kanzije ngulabe.
So they have that.
Yes, It's the same thing that Kitara also brought this season. So we are waiting to see which other teams will bring the vibe back into Ugandan football.
Are the big teams is a fit?
Veke Villa Express and KCCA.
Yeah, Zili Kuselevan Polampala. When you look at Express, and that in Peter sometimes.
The fans
at first they complained about the money.
Yes, it was a little yes.
Even
performance. It's all about performance also. If the club is not doing well, agenda. But if the club is doing very, very well,
okay.
Yes.
In your whole career,
yes.
What has been your worst moment?
My worst moment in my life, my career, is when my father passed on and Mukola. Yes, Muzei yafanga ndimukola mupiira gwa Bright Stars versus Onduparaka. It was at the Champions Stadium in Mwererwe. By then, Bright Stars Onduparaka. That is 2017. Yes, 2017. 2017. Yes.
What happened?
No, Muzei yali mulwadde. Yeah, it's true. Muzei yali mulwadde. By that time, he wasn't well. Bamurushing mu ddwaliro, but again, Jukira, I have to work. There was no other person that could actually cover up. So my brother was around, Mama wali, so they took him to the hospital. I went to work. Ningamba, I would go and see him afterwards. But unfortunately, olunaku olwo, the doctors in Uganda bagenda mu strike. Were striking. They were not catching any patient in Uganda, so they went for a strike. So among the people that died was my father, because tebamukwatako. Yagendayo kumacha. Yes, yagenda kumacha. There's nothing. Tebamukomyawo waka. Yes, so n'atabuka ne bamurushing at 2 p.m. Kudwaliro, no one was there to work on him. Nafa sawa 10.
When you were doing that?
I was actually the first half is when they called me and told me, tuli mudwaliro. We are waiting for
when someone is going to die in Gamuntu, you get some small signs.
Yes. They come. That day I was feeling a little bit awkward, a little awkward. Because my phone, I actually put my phone, like you see it here. Najiteka, something told me, put your phone there. Because normally, I put my phone when I'm working. But I put my phone like this, I have to see. So when the first call came from my mom, I told Fiona, you get up. I was like, hello? Daddy ngatali bulungi. Muliwa tuli mudwaliro wa chino hospital. Okay, look for the doctor. Is kubira the doctor simu. Tugeza ko doctor tali yo. Ngamba, okay, just look around and see if there's any doctor who can give him first aid nzija. Ngamba kali. Okay. Mpira gwange nenko. I even came out. Mpira first half negwako nenka. I got out, stretched, but I wasn't okay. Ngamba Fiona, muzei tali bulungi. I don't know if he will survive this time. Okay. Second half netandika 75th minute simu mama nakuba simu. I just knew eno simu tata afudde tata afudde ko hello ngakaba ngamba Deo ampita Deo Muzei has gone.
So
I froze because I froze. Fiona, but then Fiona, she was talking. Fiona nantunulira, but she saw my face and my tears. Fiona was like, ono kati tata afudde. Nankwatako wano nga rubbing nandaga sawa 15 minutes. Tunatera 15 minutes. I got to the microphone and njiteka wano. I continued the game. Fiona that's it. Fiona nafuluma nagenda mu Obi-Van nagamba director Tata Otai afudde. So everyone was cold.
You continued?
I had to continue. Yes, paka weyagwa. When I finished the game, everybody got to know Tata Fudde. So I jumped onto what you guy wabukera bamwita Lubura Lauren. Is that who drove me until Mulago, the mortuary. That's where I was. So that's one of my worst moments ever in my career. Yes.
Twaguma.
Yes, Twaguma. Yes.
Okay, now your achievements. in this journey?
True. I have achieved a lot when it comes down to sports journalism. And sports journalism, of course, nsomye bulungi nnyo. Yes, nayo akasisira kanga katonotono not somewhere there. All that was because of the game and because of this. Yes.
Social capital.
And also social, yes, that's very right. Social capital is good. Abantu bangi bamanyi, which is actually a very big bonus. Yes.
The goals and dreams over watuka.
No, sinawa kutuka. No. Sinawa kutuka nnyo. AFCON have gone to the under 17 level.
You want to?
Yes, we shall have to. We shall try and continue working hard and see if we can go further. Yes.
Family wise.
Yes, ninayo omwana. Yes, Nnyo omuntu. Yes, omu for the moment. Musambi wa Kapira. I always post him, by the way, Mulenzi, Musambi wa Kapira, yes.
Are you with the mother? Are you legally married or?
No, we are not legally married at the moment, yes.
Ojiraje?
Tuja.
Okay.
Nja kujamba gambi.
So, tugenze ko kati season Vipers already by champion.
Yes.
So,
7 time.
In this league, no season je tuyakufuya mabega.
Yes.
What do you think right now your best centre back in the league between?
Best centre back?
According to you?
According to me.
You as you by the way get a team.
Sija kubulira. Wajja kunkuba emigo. Wajja kunkuba emigo. Sija babulira.
Okay, so best centre back currently according to your lobby this season.
Let me see. I've actually been impressed by very many centre backs. Some have been hit with injury and it has actually dented their season. I think Hilary Mukundane of Vipers. I'll go with Hilary Mukundane Vipers for the moment. Yes, he's doing well.
Though people are to get a style.
He's Jao. He's a lot of Jao.
So best midfielder.
I've been Enoch Sebagala.
Your best tour this season.
Enoch Sebagala.
And the striker?
Striker, I think everybody will talk about who? Alan Okello. But he's not a striker. He has actually been used as a false. In striking, finishing, by the way, I've been very impressed by very many, inclusive of what Murenzo Yasambira UPDA for you. Sekamate, yes, Sekamate. Much as Tetogera knew about him.
Because
but
of the team
I don't, yes. But Sekamate has been, if you look at his positioning and way of play, he's a very good striker. So I think next season you need to watch out for that boy. Watch out for Sekamate. Simubi, that's what I can tell you. But striking, finishing and everything, I'll go with the hunter.
Ivan
Ahimbisibwe of URA.
Where do you see Uganda football industry in the 5 years to come?
It's growing. It's growing. I'm very impressed with what FUFA so far done, because right now FUFA has the capacity of shooting 3 games at once a day. That's something very huge. If we can bring in more TV into Ugandan football, I think that is where we are supposed to be. So in the next 5 years, I see a bigger market of television, more football on TV, and more clear picture on TV.
Then the social media thing, the banters.
All that is going to come. All that is. I've already seen a few social media TVs coming up, which is very, very good for the game. I've seen in the next 5 years we're having more of those coming through, and more people.
More fans engagement.
Yes, more fans engagement and everything. Yes, so it's going to be football. By the way, sport is a big market, and where we are going in the next 5 years, I think we are going to get better.
Okay, thank you for coming. Thank you so much for watching. Tubadena Peter Otai. Genda ku YouTube channel yange Bajita Game Heroes, or subscribing and all our social media platforms. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.